Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for watching and for tuning in. And to all the subscribers, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you can be alerted of when new videos come out. Thank you so much for watching. I'm just gonna go over some subjects that will help you start thinking more in depth, that will help you hopefully start questioning things, to see the world in a different line. So let's get right to it. So first of all, I'd recommend watching the movie Fight Club. Fight Club is a movie that came out in 1999, I believe. And while I don't agree with the nihilism that's just all over the place in that movie, I do think it has a lot of great messages about the current culture we live in, consumer culture, materialism. And it has a lot of great quotes. The main character, or one of the main characters, Tyler Durden, he just has a gold mine of great quotes that'll get you thinking about your life and about what you're doing. Fight Club was one of those movies that really slapped me in the face and made me look at the world in a different way. It started just getting me to think critically. It was one of those movies like The Matrix. Another topic, wandering stars. So NASA tells us one thing, but if you take a look at the planets, there's some people who buy P9000s, Nixon P9000s, and they zoom in on the supposed planets, and they look very similar to stars. They're glittering and they're fluorescent looking, and they look completely different to the images that NASA tells you these planets look like. So I'd recommend watching Eric Dubai's videos on this subject. He goes in depth, he explains it really well. They're called wandering stars because they don't have a fixed position in the night sky, unlike most stars, like Polaris, for example. I'd recommend you watch the movie The Matrix if you haven't already. The Matrix is just layers and layers, right? Layers and layers of messages, figurative and literal. And that would probably be the number one movie I'd recommend you watching if you haven't already. Again, so many truths in that movie. Great acting, by the way. Just a legendary movie. The giant people all over the world, different parts of the world, Asia, Europe. And a lot of people will say, oh, these people are just suffering from that disease that causes your limbs to grow out of proportion, that causes deformities, and that hormonal problem that causes you to grow and grow. I think it's called acromegaly. But no, these people look regular looking, except they're just a lot taller and bigger than you and me. So again, the evidence is out there. Look into this stuff. It's very, very likely that giants existed. Antarctica and the Antarctic Treaty. We're not allowed to go explore Antarctica. You can go to Antarctica, but you can't get off the boat that they take you sightseeing in. If you do, military is going to intervene. You'll probably go to jail or even worse. So the question is, why aren't we being allowed to explore what's beyond Antarctica, right? Watch the movie Divergent. Divergent is another great movie. Gets you thinking about the world you live in. It has a lot of great it has a lot of great actors, a lot of great acting in it, but more importantly, of course, is the messages behind it. It goes into detail, showing the prejudices between the social classes, the hatred between the classes, the comparing between the classes of people. You know, they're surrounded by an electric fence and they can't go out and explore beyond that electric fence. So again, there's a parallel between that movie and our reality, right? We can't go explore beyond Antarctica. In the movie Divergent, they can't go explore beyond this gated fence. So like I said before, in many of my videos, truth is revealed in a lot of different media. Why? I'd recommend you watching the video called X Factor Winner Reveals World's Secret Religion, and that goes into full detail as to why these things happen, or why the truth is revealed to us in plain sight. But most people don't even, most people are not gonna see it because, quote unquote, they're blind, right? And it's not to sound condescending or anything, but it's the truth. Petrified giants, again, pictures and pictures of these giant looking people. You know, mountains that have the features of, of hands, of faces, skulls. A lot of these pictures, they could be photoshopped, but I'm sure there are a lot of them that aren't. And again, if you look deeper into this subject, you'll quickly start to realize that Titans probably existed in the past. This one's for people that are not triggered easily and that can actually, have an open mind and consider these things. I'd recommend you reading the Promised Neverland manga. That's a great manga, not to spoil a lot of it, but, and again, parallels between Divergent and the Antarctic Treaty. The children are surrounded by a wall and they can't go past this wall, and they can't go out and explore the outside world. I do recommend the anime, at least season 1. Just watch season 1, do not watch season 2. Season 1 is a masterpiece. Season 2, not so much. Giant trees of old times. For example, Devil's Tower in Wyoming has all the characteristics of a tree stump. I think even at a cellular level, they studied it, and it had the same cell structures that trees do. It looks like a giant tree cut down. Mountains looking like remains of giant trees. There is a good documentary here on YouTube called There Are No Forests on Earth, and it does touch upon this subject, so I'd recommend you watch that. And finally, I recommend you guys watch John Taylor Gatto's documentary, and just read a few things that John Taylor Gatto said about the school system that's prevalent in most parts of the world, and the purpose of it. To keep it, to summarize, the main point is basically to just create a class of working people that are smart enough to do their job, but not smart enough to, ask for more or to go beyond what they're told. To basically create a culture of conformists and consumers. Anyways, guys, more videos are coming, like I said. Turn on your notifications so you can be alerted of new videos. Let me know in the comments what other subjects you'd like to hear about. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.